So what is a clicker? A clicker is a small handheld noisemaker that you can click at the moment your dog performs a behavior you want to reinforce. So once it's paired with treats, your dog will want to do what he can to make the click happen. The value of the clicker is that it tells your dog exactly which behavior you're rewarding. By clicking at the right time, you can mark the moment your dog did what you wanted. So rather than having to guess what you like, the click tells your dog precisely what they did correctly. Just as a warning, the sharp sound of the clicker does worry some dogs, so you can purchase a quiet clicker or you can pair it with extremely high value treats. You can also try buffering the sound a bit by having the clicker in your pocket or by layering some Scotch tape over it, or certainly reach out to me for some more ideas. Start by pairing the sound of the click with an immediate treat. So you'll click and then you'll immediately offer your dog a treat. Click and then offer a treat. If your dog seems at all nervous at the clicker itself, you can always have them kind of check it out and give them a treat for checking it out, as Minnie is doing here. One thing to be very careful of, though, is don't click right in front of their face, because that can really spook them. So you want to make sure that the clicker is far enough away from their face, their nose, their ears, that it doesn't startle them too much. Now in the next stage, you can start just kind of moving around the room a little bit to make the sound a little less predictable. So that way your dog isn't so focused on you hearing the click and then getting the treat. It just kind of comes as you're moving around the room. Do make sure, though, that you don't click if your dog does something you don't want to reinforce. Like if Minnie here were to jump up on me, that would not be a good time to click her. So you want to make sure that you're clicking only when your dog is doing something that is fine to reinforce. Now in the next stage, you can click when your dog performs a cued behavior. So keep it simple. Something like sit is a good one. Something like, attention to their name is a good one. So I could say Minnie's name here, and as soon as she looks at me, I could click and then treat for that. Don't do anything too complicated when they're first learning what the clicker is all about. The other time you can use the click is if your dog purposely performs a behavior that you do like. So if she were to offer the sit on her own, you could click that. If she were to lay down on her own, I could click that. Another thing to note is that the idea of the clicker is that you are marking the behavior and then that's serving as a bridge to get the reinforcement or to get the treat. So what you'll notice here is that I don't have a treat in my hand, I only have the clicker. I will click her when she does what I'm asking, and then I will dig in and get my treat after that. So it offers a really nice bridge to the treat. So that way you don't have to have treats right on you all the time if you're doing clicker training. You do have to have the clicker. Down. Good girl. Touch. Nope. Touch. Yes, good girl. Now in that instance, when I asked her to do a touch and instead she laid down, I did move my hand away in that case, so that way I could do a nice reset. So when I reset, I will typically take my hand away or turn away from the dog, depending on what I'm doing, to kind of start over. I will count to 2 or 3 in my head and then ask for it again and hopefully get it that next time. Good. Off. Down. You'll notice the click happens here once the behavior is complete. So the click means that, yes, you did a good job. Here is your reward. Good girl. Ready? Good. Collar. Collar. Down. Stay. Yes, good girl. Okay. Okay. Go get it. Good girl. Good girl. Drop. Good. Drop. Good girl. Good job. So as you could probably see, Minnie over time here, this was her first time using the clicker and she really seemed to enjoy it. The clicker is really fun for dogs. They really get it very quickly. So that's why I love the power of the clicker. So I definitely encourage you to try it. You don't have to use it for everything, but it really is a nice way to either teach something new or encourage a little bit more excitement from your dog, or to clean up a behavior that's gotten a little bit messy and is a little bit confusing for your dog or a little difficult. And it's really great for tricks. Okay, so I definitely encourage you to give it a try.